tutorial because I've been playing with our new colors, which haven't been released to you guys yet, but we got our hands on them in Vegas. So I thought I would wipe my face off really quick. Lovely mascara makeup wipes. And I had to like shift myself because when I started to go live, do you see the cow horns? I was like, okay, this having the cow photo bomb is probably better than the horns. So I'm gonna wipe my face clean. I don't have hardly any makeup on today. I've got nothing on my eyes other than just my extensions. No, I don't even have mascara on my bottom lashes. Okay, I'm gonna wipe this off. Wipe it off, wipe it off. Y'all, I have all the energy in the world. I just got up or not just got up, but this morning I got up and I drank my regular coffee and I hung out with Max for a little bit and we had some snuggle time. And then when I decided at about 11 o'clock, I was like, okay, time to like join life. I drank my coffee and about 20 minutes later, I was like, let's do this. Doing all the tutorials today. Went shopping with a toddler and didn't lose my mind. Okay, so I'm starting with this. Y'all might have seen me talk about this in Vegas. I've got crazy oily, just nasty skin naturally. And so our Stay Spray, while it helps keep my makeup in place, it doesn't help with any oil control for me. So I typically hate primers, but this stuff by Smashbox, it's Photo Finish Oil and Shine Control Primer. And I freaking love it. Okay, sorry. Low battery, go figure. So it's like, I use about 2 pea sizes. 1 pea for there and 1 pea here. So I just dab it on and then rub it in, and it almost cools as it dries, and it just dries to this really soft matte finish, but it does not make it hard to put your foundation on. I have found that with almost every primer I've tried since I started using mascara, none of them work good for me on my face. It's like the makeup kind of slides around, or it doesn't stay put, or it starts to look cakey when I get oily. And this stuff has been huge for me. And it absorbs really quickly. I'm already dry. And I mean, just even that, like just that mattifying finish. Do y'all see that right there? I burned the hell out of my forehead this morning filming a tutorial for you. So you're welcome. Anyway, so some of the new colors that we got in Vegas. And the new compact, can y'all see that? It's like crackled desert sand. Love it. I think this will all be available on the site on the 17th of September, I think. Mid-September. I think it's the 17th, but don't hold me to that. Anyway, so these are some of our new colors. These are not colors. These are solid perfumes, y'all. And they've got like a little bit of shimmer to them. Hold on, let me get my finger in there. Oh, they smell so good. So it's like when you put it on, like it gives, see how it gives you glow right there, like on your collarbone? Love it, and it smells so good. We've got several of them, and they're just titled number 1, number 2, and number 3. 2 is my favorite. If you know what Oribe hair care products smell like, number 2 smells like Oribe. Number 1 is sort of, let me see. This one's real sweet. Number 1 is sort of candy, floral, and then 3 is more like musky, masculine. So I like all of them though, but 2 is my favorite, which is why it's not in there, because I keep it handy. And then we've got our lip and cheek colors, which I'm trying to learn the names, y'all. What is this one? This one is Saffron, which I really, really like. If you really wanted to like Scarlet and didn't, you'll love Saffron. It's a cooler red than the Scarlet, has more orange tones in it. Then this is Cindy, like Cindy Crawford. And then this is Henna, our new contour. Oh, can you guys see that? It's kind of dark. I thought it was going to be too light for me, but I really like it a lot, actually. Then we have 2 new cream shadows that have joined the family. What was my primer? The primer, it's the Smashbox Photo Finish Oil and Shine Control. You can get it at Sephora for sure. I think Ulta has it as well. So we've got Spiced, which is this really pretty golden shimmery brown. And these are cream shadows. These are new to the family. And then we have Tangled, which is kind of like Sabrina, only in cream form. It's like a light sort of shimmery cream color. Love it. And then for our gorgeous black ladies, we have not had enough selections for you women. We have new highlights. and they're beautiful. So we have, this is Mirage, and then, wait for it, this is Muse. You can see I've had my fingers shoved in almost all of them. And then, what's the last one? Come here, come here, come here. This is Icon. So we are definitely upping our game to take care of our darker skinned clients. Yay for that. But here's the cool thing. I have been wanting to play with these on my own face and see how I could use them because, well, I paid for them and I want to use them. So I have found that instead of using a main highlight, if I go into Muse, which is this one in the middle, and I kind of do my cheetah hack with it, right? Just a little bit. And then I'm gonna kind of put it on almost like a bronzer, but it's gonna have coverage to it because it's actually a highlight. So I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna put this on. Just ever so lightly, you guys, not a lot, or you will wind up looking orange if you don't have dark skin. And then a little bit there, and a little bit on my nose, and sort of in the corners there. Okay, wait for it. We're gonna blend this with the B squared brush. And this is just another thing that goes to show like how awesome the cheetah hack is, and how versatile this makeup is. Because what it's doing, me going in, like if you're like a low maintenance type girl and you got great skin and you want some dimension to your face, but you don't want to wear foundation everywhere, you could go in and do something like this with a color that is actually way too flippin' dark for your skin, okay? Way too dark. If I was to put this on like I put my typical highlight on, it would turn me orange. It would be terrible. But with just that little bit applied almost like a bronzer, it gives me a glow. It gives me some coverage. It definitely gives me a ton of dimension to my face. Get all those little, I keep trying to scrub that in. I'm like, oh wait, no, that's a burn. I put my milk cream on it, so stay tuned. We'll see if it's not dry or flaky yet, but I mean, I seared my flippin' forehead this morning, you guys, trying to get this front piece to curl and just, okay, so I'm gonna do that, and then I'm going to go into Sunlit, which is one of our lighter highlights, and this is just gonna be to brighten up the triangle of brightness. Typically, I use linen here, but I'm gonna go a little bit darker because I'm going just right on my skin. I'm gonna dot this in here. And I'm gonna put a little bit, I'm just gonna stripe it down my nose, because when you contour your nose, it's more about where the highlight is than where the contour is. And just a little bit there. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in back with my brush and I'm gonna blend this out. Go up and down there. I forgot to get in those corners. There we go. And then I'm just gonna gently buff this in. Look at that. And it's like so natural. It's like I have no makeup on at all, you guys. So when you have an artist that sends you a color, if you're like, ooh, I'm not sure about that, try it out. There's a 30-day money back guarantee. If you aren't in love with it, you can send it back, okay? So check this out. That's 2 colors on my face. That's it. What's happening right now? I'm gonna up it a little bit more. I want you guys to see this new contour in action. So even though I really don't need it, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna go in with my finger into the henna, and I'm gonna come down that cheekbone. Look, how fun is this? I just love playing with this makeup. I love getting new colors and being like, okay, this is not even remotely made for me, but how can I make it work for my face and work for my clients? Like, I love doing this. Okay, so I've got little dots of contour on. I'm probably gonna come up here with it just a little bit, put some on that burn spot, camouflage it. As actually the tone of this, it's got some green undertones in it. It'll probably be really good for covering redness and pimples as well. Okay, a little bit of contour there. I'm gonna do either side of my nose. Just my finger. All right, just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to, instead of using the brush I typically use, I'm gonna go for a more chiseled look with the contour. So I'm gonna use the broad end of the detail hack, and I'm gonna come at it sideways instead of this way, and I'm just gonna sort of scrub that in. Look at that. Like chiseled much? Just a little. Look how pretty, you guys. Oh my gosh. And then you can fan it up a little bit or fan it down a little bit, whichever way you think it needs to go. Sometimes both. Look at that. I love our brushes. Speaking of brushes, are you cleaning yours every 2 to 3 weeks? If you are not, even if you aren't a mascara person and you're just watching this because you like my videos, get some of our brush cleaner. I have lots of clients who don't use mascara makeup, who buy my brush cleaner because it's amazing and you want to be able to clean your brushes, okay? There we go. Okay. Blend that just a little bit more. Look at that. And then the last little bit, the kiss of happiness, is the Cindy, which is the prettiest, like 1980s pink that you ever could want to see. I'm gonna put some of that there and blend it. Just a kiss of pink on the cheeks. So simple, so natural. And I have got one little spot. My dang melasma. Hold on, y'all. Gotta fill that in. There it is. I know more women that have a spot on one cheek or the other that they have to go back in and just sort of pat their contour in. Okay. So what do we think? How fast was that? Once again, you cannot beat this stuff. Another trick, oily girls, that I learned in Vegas, I love our vanilla dust. It's great to travel with, but if you need more because you're blowing through the vanilla dust like it's going out of style, this is the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. And I don't believe that this, they've got some that have color and then they have others that do not. I don't believe this one has any of the color in it. It's just your typical white translucent setting powder. If you want a super natural look, just dust it on with your brush. If you want to look a little more polished, bake your powder in under your eyes. Just a little bit. That's more my jam. And then a little bit on the forehead. Basically where you get oily is where you want to bake. You don't want to bake your whole face. It'll be too much. Just do it there and a little bit on the chin and sort of under the contour. Okay. And then you let that set. And while it sits, I'm gonna go back to my dark highlights. I'm going to go back into, was that Muse? I think it was Muse, yes. With my angled brow brush. And I'm going to fill in my brows. My brows are very cool toned. I had my badass brow guru when we refreshed my microblading last year. I had her go real dark, and I'm glad that I did. But when they get ashy, when they get makeup on them, they look sort of gray. So I like to put a warm brown on them. And this highlight color is perfect. And since it's cream, it almost acts like a brow wax. So you can go in there and like shape the hair and it stays. And then really quickly, I'm gonna get the fluffy end of the B squared. Just gonna dab it in that powder, rub it in, and I'm gonna buff my whole face. And it's gonna set that makeup. It's gonna spread out where I bake.